Hey, good morning, everybody. So, this is going to be a fast review for Aerospace 3, your ground school quiz A. In that section, what we talked about are requirements to be a pilot and how to stay current to be able to fly passengers. So, the first thing I'm going to go over is as a pilot and you want to carry passengers, you have to be current, and so you have to make 3 takeoffs and landings within the preceding 90 days before you can take them up. We okay. Next thing, sorry, I'm on a computer. The next thing we are going to talk about is how old you have to be able to obtain a private pilot's license. You must be 16 years old to get your student pilot's license, but by the time you get your actual pilot's license, you must be age 17. When you take the private pilot written examination, the minimum passing score is a 70, just like a C. Uh, Now that you have your pilot's license, uh, you have to keep that currency, like I was saying. So, uh, every 2 years or biannually, you have to go to a approved flight school and you have to get what's called a biannual flight review. And you have to do this every 24 calendar months. And what they'll do is they will test your knowledge on the ground, and then they will take you for a flight and make sure you're still safe to perform all those maneuvers to keep everybody else safe in the sky. To be able to fly a plane, you must also have a medical certificate. There are 3 classes: first class, second, and third class. So if you are under the age 40, a first class lasts 12 months, and first class is for like an airline pilot. A second class is for someone who flies like a private jet, and that lasts 24 months. And a third class is like just a private recreational pilot, and that lasts 60 months. However, if you have a first class medical and it goes bad and it drops down after 12 months, it becomes a second class. Then after that 12 months, it becomes a third class. So if I were to ask you which medical lasts the longest, they all last the same amount of time because they all last 60 months. Okay. Now, as I said before, that was if you are over or under the age of 40. Now, if you are over the age of 40, you can imagine your body's a little older, so you're going to need to be checked out more frequently. So what we would do, say for a first class medical, is that we would cut that time in half. So instead of every year seeing a doctor, you would have to see a doctor every 6 months just to make sure you're healthy. So the last thing we're gonna talk about is how we certify airmen and how we certify aircraft. When it comes to the certification of airmen, it's broken down into 3 categories. It is the category, the class, and the type. When it comes to a category, they want to know, what are you flying? Are you flying an airplane? Are you flying a rotorcraft or helicopter, a glider, or a blimp or hot air balloon, or what we call lighter than air? So that is a category. When it comes to a classification of that aircraft, they basically want to know, how many engines do you have on it and where it lands. Is it a single engine or is it a multi-engine? And can it land on the land or does it land on the sea? So that's as simple as that. And the last one is the type. And all the type is they want to know a specific about what you fly. Is it a Cessna 150 or a Cessna 172? Is it a Piper? Or is it a Boeing 747? So it's kind of like saying they know it's a car, and now they want to know what type of car. Do you drive a Chevy Silverado truck, or do you drive a Honda Accord? The last thing we're going to be talking about is how we certify aircraft when it comes to the FAA's certification of aircraft. So in this section, an aircraft category is, you should ask yourself, what does it do? Is it a seaplane? Is it a rotorcraft? Is it a glider? Is it lighter than air? And that's how they categorize that. In an aircraft class, for certification of aircraft, they say, how does it fly? Is it in a normal category, like an airplane you and I would fly? Is it a utility category, like is it made for carrying cargo? Or is it an acrobatic category, such as something you would see at an air show? Anyway, I hope all of this helps you do extremely well. I'm rooting for you.